I mean, case in point, when you came onto the show, you didn't even say, "Hey, how you doing, Kevin?" You didn't even greet me. You just said, "Hey, I got some shit I want to say." I mean, I thought you was gonna give me a hot 16. I mean, shit. I'm like, God damn. I mean, I'm expecting a woman to come in and is like, "Well, what's up, nigga? I just got some shit I need to get off my chest up in this bitch." Arf, arf.
Relationship Insight for Men. I'm going to be leaving my comment for the end of the video, and if you guys do enjoy, please like and subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Black female community. On one instance, I have noticed that even though I'm in shape as a black woman, I have a job, I'm very passionate towards black men. I do want to point out that even though I've done a lot of these things, there are biases that I see within black men where if you don't fit or portray a certain phenotype or a certain
Hold on.
accentuation that,
Let me stop. Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Tell me about your relationships, because what you're saying is very vague in general, and due respect, ma'am, I hear it a lot from women, black women in particular, about what's global. What about what happens in your relationships?
Agree. I talked to about 3 black men, total about 3 within just a 2-week period.
All right.
And one's a security guard,
Okay.
works at my job.
All right.
The other one works in a gym, okay? And the other one is a younger guy, works a night shift, okay, at the same gym.
Okay.
And I noticed that at first they're friendly when you try to meet them. At first they're kind to you and everything. I tried to be, patient, understanding everything, try to be open. And then I noticed, I'm exercising, I'm very passive, very feminine, very working out. All of a sudden they decide just like they don't want to talk to me anymore. I didn't say anything wrong. It was just, I don't know, like, what did
Let me
I
stop.
do?
Hold on, Gio.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What you cannot know is why they did what they did. Let's stop right here. You said everything was going okay, and then all of a sudden they didn't want to talk to you anymore, right?
Right.
Hold
Just for
on.
no reason.
No. Okay. There's always a reason, ma'am. Human beings do stuff for reasons. One, two, all 3 of them just didn't want to just stop talking to you, right?
No, it's just like they stopped showing up for their shifts. Like one guy,
Okay,
he stopped showing up for
okay.
like
When you
3
say
days.
stop, okay. When you say stop talking to you, that's what I'm sticking to, not shifts.
Yeah.
Were you dating these guys?
No, I'm just having like a friendly conversation,
All
trying to
right,
get them to know
and then the friendly conversation stopped with all of them.
right. Just with 2
Why do
of
you
them.
think? Okay, but here's the thing. Why do you think that is?
I have no idea. Make a reason. What
Well,
is it?
first of all, you said you did nothing wrong and it's all on them. I'm going to tell you right now, talking to you has been somewhat difficult just to get you to get in flow with this program. Communication is a two-way street. And if 1, 2, 3 men stop communication with you, the only common thing with all of those is you. You put yourself in a position as a victim. That's why I stopped you with all this global bias stuff. How old are you?
I'm 25.
25. And the men you say that you were talking to were either at security guard or at the gym or something like that, right?
Correct.
What about men you meet outside of, not at your gym, just out and about?
I mean, pretty much, I spend a lot of my time at work, and I spend a lot of my time trying to focus on my health, like wherever my hobbies is. It's gonna be towards the
Okay,
gym.
where do you work?
You know.
I don't need to know specifically. What do you do?
I work for FedEx as a
all right. So you work with
go
FedEx.
ahead. Yes.
25 years old.
Yes.
But if you're going to interact with people, you got to get out of the house. And you just tell me that what I'm hearing from you is a woman who needs improved communication skills with men in general. And that's why I stopped you, because it's easy for you ladies to start blaming everything else other than a person in the mirror. I asked you, what happens when you go out to meet guys in general and you say, I don't? Well, that needs to be improved.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to work on that. I don't know if like they have preferences or what, like, because as a woman, if you go up and meet a guy, you don't know what the heck they're gonna think of you. If there's no sexual chemistry or whatever, that's the first thing you're judging. So you're trying to do everything you can to try to mold into what they think is fitting, like what you said earlier. They want girls that are softer. Back in the day, and then the early 2000s, the early 90s, I was raised to be harder. because the men were mistreating women who were
Oh, that's
housewives.
bullshit. They were not mistreating
But
men.
see, that's the reality, sir. You gotta
Excuse,
allow people who
excuse,
actually walk
excuse
the
me,
footsteps
excuse me,
and
ma'am. Excuse me,
experience.
ma'am. No, the facts are the facts. That is more. That is more of that psychobabble bullshit. Black women are not being abused like that, and this is more of these black men are in jail, down low, or unemployed stuff that's just not true. See, and you're 25.
And I was raised with women who were mistreated as
And well,
housewives
that
by
but the
men.
thing is, ma'am, that ain't you.
Okay.
You were
Okay.
born in 19 what 95.
Correct.
So due respect. Don't tell me about something that I lived through that you didn't. Well, it sounds to me like you were raised by around a bunch of hard women
True.
because you
They were.
sound like a hard woman.
Well, I mean,
And here's
you
the
know,
thing. Listen to what I'm about to say because this is going to be important. Pay attention. Breathe because it's not personal.
okay.
The world does not owe you, me, or anybody understand. Your problems, my problems, are my own. If you were raised around a bunch of hard women, just last night's show, I had a woman calling on talk about, I'm engaged now, and I had to get out from around my negative, hard female family members because they were poisoning me. And you sound like you have a mind full of poison at 25. But when I ask you about your own personal experiences with men, they aren't there. You don't have any. You haven't told me about I went out on a date. You said I've talked to guys at the gym or this or that, and then they stopped talking to me. Well, there's a reason. But all of a sudden the guys are bad. Therapy, man. Because
Yeah.
you cannot change who raised you. But if you walk around thinking that people respond to relationships are reflective and people respond to what we put out, and you have a deeper voice and a harder way of being. I mean, case in point, when you came onto the show, you didn't even say, hey, how you doing, Kevin? You didn't even greet me. You just said, hey, I got some shit I want to say. I mean, I thought you was going to give me a hot 16. I mean, shit. I'm like, goddamn. I mean, I'm expecting a woman to come in and is like, well, what's up, nigga? I just got some shit I need to get off my chest up in this bitch. Arf, arf.
You're
I'm like,
right.
well, that's what
Right.
comes across. And that's not what men want, man.
Right.
So I'm not going to take away from traumas or things that may happen to other people, but it's your
Okay.
life.
Yes,
And at
sir.
25, you don't need to be living the women in your past, in your lives, issues with men. All right.
Okay.
Appreciate it, sis.
Yes, take care.
And this is a man that women hate and laughed when he died. All this man has ever done is to try to help women. But even in this interaction, this is clearly a woman who has come up with family members, or rather women, who made her hard. And you can even hear it in just her, not so her voice, but her actions and attitude on this call. She's very hardened, and her voice doesn't necessarily help. And to know that you spoke with 3 different men and they all stopped talking to you is not the men. It is clearly you. It is reflective of our actions, or sometimes we have to look within. And she clearly wasn't. She was just growing up around probably a bunch of women who always blame men. And that is just her default. She just wants to blame men for her problem instead of looking in. Because if you don't start looking in, you can't start healing and solving the issues that you may have. And this is why Kevin always enforced that you try to get some help, get some therapy. But yeah, this woman was clearly very humbled close to the end of the video, and she now realized that, hey, maybe it's just me. And I hope she does, actually. And I really hope that she actually takes the advice and gets some help, because her heart is in the right place, but it's just that her mind, I think, is more corrupt than anything else. All right, guys, continue to support Kevin Simon's channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.